Good afternoon everyone, and welcome to the Ness of Brodgar. Not what you'd usually expect at this time of year. The covers are still on and will remain so for another year, unfortunately. But we're still here and we're still functioning, lots of work going on behind the scenes. But today I'm here to promote a new product, a carved stone ball. Now you have the opportunity to own your very own carved stone ball. Obviously not the real thing, but a beautiful replica, something to be treasured, something to be handed down, a family heirloom. Carved stone balls are perhaps one of the most enigmatic of any of the discoveries made on a Neolithic site. Nobody really knows what they're used for. Everybody has their own ideas. And there's probably been more papers and theories published on what they were than almost any other object. And yet it was the one type of object which we'd never discovered at the Ness. So right the way back at the beginning of the excavation, I made the offer of a bottle of malt whiskey to whoever found one. And for years and years this went unfortunately not collected. But then on the 7th of August 2013, it was one of those memorable moments when Molly Bond, one of the students from Willamette University, I think it was only her second or third week of excavation, produced the site's only carved stone ball. This was discovered underneath one of the corner buttresses in the rebuild of Structure 10. And here it is. This is the original. It's been conserved. And when she discovered it, I think she was a little bit taken aback, as we all were. We all got very excited. But when we looked at it, it was definitely a carved stone ball, and yet we seemed to be a little bit short-changed because this had 6 knobs on it, 6 protrusions, and they seemed to be all over the place, because usually when you find one with 6 knobs, you'd expect it to be symmetrically placed like this replica, where you can see they're almost aligned like the sides of a dice opposite each other. But the Ness one, they didn't seem to be symmetrical at all, but then we realised the deliberate asymmetry to them. So they're almost grouped in groups of 3, but then when you kind of turn it, you can see 2, then 3, then 4, or 4, 3, 4, 4, 4. It's a bit magical, deliberate asymmetry. This is not just a chance alignment of these protrusions. This one from the Ness is made from camptonite, very hard igneous stone, and this is what we find with many of the carved stone balls. There's been about 300 to 400 of them discovered in mainly northeast of Scotland over the last several hundred years. But very, very few of them have been found in a secure archaeological context, and this makes the Ness one even more important. As I said, the Ness one has 6 protrusions, but carved stone balls can have anything from 3 up to about 150 protrusions. They vary considerably, and although most of them are kind of similar size, and a lot has been written about the size, whether they were some form of measurement or weight measurement back in the Neolithic, but the main thing to note is that they're all kind of hand sized. They all sit beautifully in the hand. So lots and lots of different theories about what these were, whether they were weapons, weights, platonic solids even, like net sinkers, toys, or even sacred stones. I don't think we'll ever get to the bottom of it, but all we can say is these are quite wonderful things, very tactile, and I'm very lucky. I have this one, which is made from bronze, which was created by a good friend of mine from Germany, Babette Barthelmess. And it's a wonderful thing. I have it sitting on my desk at home, and whenever I suffer from writer's block, I take it down and kind of caress it. It's kind of my inspiration so often, and hopefully makes the words flow more easily. But a wonderful thing. And perhaps this is one of the functions that maybe back in the Neolithic these things were handed round at meetings, and whoever held it was able to speak. But as I said, we'll never know. So have your own theories, but keep them within the realms of possibility. As for them being weapons, well, very few of them, if any, show signs of impact. It's been suggested that there was ropes wound round about them, that they form kind of boluses or kind of almost clubs, but I don't think so. The amount of time and effort which has gone into the creation of these is quite considerable. Most of them probably started off as a sphere, then they would have been marked out, and then by a matter of grinding and carving and incising in some cases, creating these wonderful shapes. There's a famous one from Aberdeenshire, the Towie ball. Look it up on the internet, Towie, one discovered in Aberdeenshire, and there is 4 of these protrusions, and 3 of them are beautifully inscribed with spirals. But this is the type of thing that you will be purchasing, and by purchasing it, helping support the excavations of the Ness. All the profits will go into our excavation fund, our post-excavation fund, and help with the continuation of the excavation. This is a very fine plaster cast, an exact replica, hand painted, handmade, so each one is unique. So please buy one and support us and keep us going. And I hope, like me, you will find it a very pleasing, tactile thing to be cherished.